entertainers in the world right now. His name is Prince, and here are some lyric lines from a song called Darling Nikki that have got some people upset. Take a look. Yeah. Let's go to the audience and get some reaction.
Well, I just wanted to mention it's a fascinating coincidence that we had the incident in the Springfield Mall that we did last night, because a lot of this attention to the rock lyrics was brought back to the public eye a couple months ago following the capture of the Night Stalker in Los Angeles. Ramirez, his name was an AC/DC and a heavy metal fan who claimed that the lyrics to these songs were what inspired him to go out and kill people.
Do you think that was a probable situation, that he actually could have been inspired by a record?
It's a possible situation, but then again, Beethoven's Ninth was supposed to inspire ultraviolence in a movie, Clockwork Orange. So anything can supposedly inspire someone to do something in the name of.
Okay.
Okay, we got some more people here.
Dan Duber from Bridgeport. We love you, Frank. I think that when they put restrictions on an artist, they stifle their creativity. And this is going to cause like a lot of problems for artists to keep producing good material for people to listen to.
Okay.
I like to say that they said they're going to rate records, but why don't they rate the commercials with the Citrus Hill, get your juices flowing? That's just as bad as Sugar Walks.
I don't think I'm ever going to be able to look at a glass of orange juice the same way again. Let's take some phone calls. Good morning. You're on the air. Go ahead.
Good morning. I have a comment to make. I feel that, first of all, these lyrics shouldn't even be put on the records.
They should not?
No.
Okay, why?
Why? Because I feel it goes from the records to the videos, and I feel that society is affected because it affects the morals, and if it's okay to sing and it's okay to see, it's okay to do.
Okay, Frank?
Well, I don't agree. I think that is not the right way to analyze the situation, and you have your standards, and other people have their standards. And one of the things that makes this country great is you're supposed to be able to, within bounds where you don't hurt somebody else, live by your own standards.
Okay, let me ask you your question at the beginning. Who would you have listen to the records and decide this is too far?
Well, I think maybe there should be some kind of a committee formed.
Who'd be on that committee, though?
Pardon me?
Who'd be on the committee?
I don't know. I just feel it's just, they know that these type of words should not be on records.
That's not true. First of all, when you talk about a committee, that means that you're going to give up part of your rights and let somebody else decide something for you that you would decide for yourself. Let's say you support forming the committee. Let's say their standards aren't stringent enough for you. You've asked for the committee and they haven't gone far enough, and then you're stuck with it. Why don't you make the decision yourself? Remember, nobody ships this directly to your home. These records are something that you make a decision to buy. You can also make a decision not to buy them. And as far as listening to it on the radio or on television, there's a big knob that lets you turn it to someplace else if you don't like it.
Okay, let's take another phone call. Good morning, you're on in Philadelphia. Go ahead.
Good morning. I think that, firstly, it's rather absurd to suggest that nothing affects nothing. Everything affects everything. Like the commercials affect us. The music certainly affects us, as do books, as do magazines. And the question is, where's creativity? Don't turn that up.
Why? Somebody's trying to be creative in your house, I guess.
Don't suggest. I mean, it's an absurd suggestion. As I said before, that we're not affected by these things, and certainly young people who are very impressionable. But even further, the question is, what is so creative about writing lyrics about sexual perversion and explicit acts? I mean, there's nothing creative about that. Sex has been around, obviously, for a long time. We were all here to attest to that. What people want to do or do in the privacy of their cars, homes, backyards, orgies, wherever they do it, is really a personal choice. Do I need to be subject to your personal perversions? I have my own.
Well, let's talk about it a little.
But as an artist, though, it is not a degree of truth to what she said. Is it not a cop-out, sexually explicit lyrics? Are there not other things to write about that are just as creative?
Well, first of all, I like what he said. That want to go and shoot the messenger that brings you the best. Songs reflect what is going on in the society. If you don't know what is described in the songs, then maybe you want to take a look at the reasons why the way it is. It is not the way it is because somebody wrote a song. School's cheap and crummy. And you didn't pay the enough, so you got these really bad teachers there. And then you chinched on this, and you chinched on that, and the quality of life down. Well, you told yourself you were being frugal and you know, financially responsible. Quality of life goes down. And then, of course, too busy to take care of your own kids in your own home. You know, you'll be better. There's a little bit that you yourself as an individual. Don't turn it over to a committee, whether it's Tipper or anybody else committee. You know, take care of it yourself. You need the government involved in this. Let me get another quick comment from the audience.
And for me, it occurs to me that the fastest way to stop listening to rock records is to sit down and listen to them with your children.
Yeah, right.
You never want to do anything with their parents
Right.
anyway.
Yeah, I'd just like to say, like, in consumer and the parents themselves, they misinterpret the song. I mean, you was about accepted the songwriter's own head, basically, you know, in your music or art.
One explicit as the masturbation line in the print.
Well, I mean, you have to look at it through a different eyes. That, I mean, it's basically the way
It's not illegal. I mean, so what are you going to do? Go and put in case they get an urge when they hear this song?
You listened to when Moon Unit and your other children were growing up. Did you listen to anything that they listened to?
Of course
you don't
not.
have time.
Well, it's not that I don't have time. I'm not interested in it. Besides that, I don't have any terror, and I don't think they do either. And some parents do. But the fact is, those parents, if they really are afraid of their children hearing some little weird thing slipping by, how about jazz with no words to it, or instrumental music of other types, or classical music? You have to, the parent is not at the mercy of the child with demands that the blindly parent must go to the store and buy Darling Nick, okay, or whatever it is. The parent still has the $8.98 in the pocket when it's you're talking about young. The kids read a book.
Thought-provoking. Cal Rudman, Frank Zappa, thanks to the both of you, and certainly to our audience, came down to see you guys talk about it. Thank you both very much. Continue success.
Stay with us as AM Philadelphia continues.